channel E18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
In lane 4, we have Doug Ergood, Chris Krieger, Long, and Bustard. In lane 2, Riley, Ray, Ergood, another Ergood, and Libel. In lane 6, we have Edgerton, Cogan, Lewis, and Gilridge. Jay Dylan Schneider, representing East in lane 5, in second place. Followed closely by Long from Cherry Hill West. Remember that name, Sean Killian, when the 1988 Olympics come around. Bustard comes in and takes third place for the Lions of Cherry Hill West. For West in lane 4, we have King, lane 2, Lau, and Chalmers in lane 6. In lane 6, we see Chalmers. This is the first year Cherry Hill West has had the boy-girl swimming. It used to be a boys swim team and a girls swim team, but they combined the swim teams and made it co-ed. Meet them right neck to neck for the battle for third place. And into the turn, Dylan Schneider with the lead. That's right. And going into the final 50, it's Jay Dylan Schneider by half a length lead. Dylan Schneider registers a time of minute 52 and 23 tenths of a second. Okay, now we have the 200-yard IM. For East, it's Killian, Fulton, and Estes. For West, it's Krieger, Lau, and Meyer. As Killian gets the lead right off the start. He recently spent his Christmas vacation in Hawaii at the National Swim Camp. He's a member of the U.S. national team. It's quite an amazing fact for the senior at Cherry Hill East. He's leading fellow teammate Bill Fulton by half a body length as they finish the butterfly section of this IM. The IM is 50 butterfly, 50 back, 50 breast, and 50 free. Bill Fulton giving Killian a race here. Let's see if he can keep it up. Killian also went to practice this afternoon before coming to this meet since he has a 6-period schedule at East. He was over at Wahoo's working out for a while. It's amazing that he can practice before coming to meets and still annihilate his competition. Seem to have a 3-way tie here for 3rd place with Estes in lane 1, Krieger in lane 3, but he's soon pulling away. Krieger's going after Fulton. Krieger and Fulton both swim for Wahoo's in that senior A practice with their coach Hugh Merkel, as does Killian and many other swimmers in this meet. And as we enter the final 50, Sean Killian ahead by a good 3 body lengths, with Fulton just ahead of Krieger. Krieger really pushing Fulton here. Fight right now is really for 2nd place. Let's see if Krieger can catch him. Bill Fulton's using his longer arm reach to increase his lead. Krieger's doing a lot of work, but he's got short arms. He's most likely not going to catch Fulton. And Sean Killian tags for 1st place. Looks like Fulton will get 2nd place, followed closely by Chris Krieger of Cherry Hill West. Estes in lane 1 is coming in with a 4th place for Cherry Hill East. Killian's time at 2:01.48, which is rather good considering he had practice before this meet. And now we get the sprint event of the day, the 50 freestyle. For East in lane 3, John Marion, in 5, Alan Opperly, and in lane 1, Bobby Ullman. And for West, we have Bustard, Long, and Riley. Marion, the last time Marion swam the 50 freestyle, he missed a school record by only a couple tenths. Let's see if he can break it today. And there's a false start. Swimmers are allowed 1 false start, and the 2nd false start, they're taken out of the competition. In the 50, which the start and the turn are so important, you often see people false starting. Only ones remaining on the blocks were Marion and Long. Marion's the favorite for this event. Don't count Opperly out, though. He's been improving with every meet in this event. Opperly's come back from a bout with mononucleosis to be having a pretty good season. And they're off. Don't blink your eyes, because this race is going to be over soon. After the first 25, Marion goes into the turn first, with Bustard in 2nd from Cherry Hill West and Opperly in 3rd. Races for 2nd here with Opperly and Buster. Opperly outreaching. Marion touches first, Opperly 2nd, and Bustard 3rd. East goes 1-2 again. East is really dominating this meet against their former coach, Doc Kozloff, who now coaches the West team. This year, East has a new coach, Mr. Fred Naus, who coached the team about 10 years ago when he gave the coaching reins up to Doc. John Marion with a quick time at 22.64. It's not a record, but it's still pretty fast. I wouldn't complain with it. A lot faster than I could go. And tonight you have a special occurrence. The two broadcasters will be swimming in the meet. John Shallow in the 500 freestyle and me, Rick Minetti, in the 100 freestyle. John, you looking forward to that 500? It's a tough race, but I have to do a good time to get a good seating for that South Jersey swimming meet. So, good luck, John. See what I do. Now we'll have diving. And in diving, each diver will perform 6 dives. The divers for East are Dom Arcaroli and Evan Arno. And for Cherry Hill West, we have Luvuelo and Owen Graham. Dominic Arcaroli recently taking 3rd place in the South Jersey sectional meet in this event. Last year, Dom was a swimmer. This year, he's he's devoted himself fully to diving, and he's improved greatly. He's qualified for states. He's got a chance to place, maybe even score some points for East against St. Joe's, hopefully. And we mentioned that meet, East going up against St. Joe's on February 27th. They're co-ranked number 1 in the state by the Trenton Times, and it's going to be a great meet. East has not beat St. Joe's in the last 5 years. They're looking for a chance to take over the state championship again, something that's eluded them recently. Okay. First diver will be Evan Arno. Evan just performed the back dive, degree of difficulty 1.7 in the layout position. Came up a little short. He's been improving with every meet, though. He's improved at least 40 points off his first outing. That one we saw a little different. We saw the back dive in pike position. You don't see that too often, but some divers are more comfortable with doing it that way. And now Dom steps up to do his back dive. Arcaroli performing an excellent dive. This is a required dive for the week. That's why you see everyone doing their back dive as their first dive. Must be the required dive for the week.
Owen Graham will be doing a back dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
And that was Owen Graham for West doing his back dive. His score is 4, 5.5, and 5. Owen, an excellent diver. He dives for Cherry Valley during the summer league, and I remember diving against him back when we were 12 years old. Of course you beat him, though, right, John? Didn't come close. As Evan does his 1.5. Evan, that's one of his better dives. Front 1.5 flips in pike position. He really nailed that one, Rick. He excels at that dive. Beautiful front dive there by Luevelo. Someday we'll pronounce that correct. Not this one, though. was a beautiful front dive and layout. One of the best you'll see in the high school ranks.
Now Dom arc early for East is on the board, preparing for his dive. There seems to be some discrepancy over what dive he's going to do.
Be doing a
Foley will be doing a reverse 1.5 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.3.
reverse 1.5 somersault, 2.3. It's a very tough dive. Let's see how he does.
Dom wasn't prepared for that dive, so he held up. It won't be a failed dive because he didn't go off the board.
A balk, I believe, 2 points taken off the score the judges would originally give him. Well worth it, though.
Judges scored 4.5, 4, 4.5.
He scores 4.5, 4, and 4.5 on the dive. And they will deduct 2 points from each score. Good call there, John.
He'll still receive a lot of points from that because the scores that he does receive are multiplied by the degree of difficulty.
Owen Graham will be doing a forward dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.4.
Nice dive by Owen.
Judges scored 3.5, 4, 3.
Obviously, the judges didn't think so. He scored 3.5, 3, and 4.
I think the reason, not really low scores, but they weren't as good as scores that he expected. He really wasn't. Layout dive, you're supposed to be perfectly straight. His legs buckled a little, and he didn't really. His entry wasn't really straight. He landed a little short.
There's Evan with his reverse dive. He injured himself earlier in the year on that dive. Now he seemed to have it down.
Practice makes perfect.
Maria Lovato will be doing a forward 1.5 somersault, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
As Lovato gets ready to do her next dive.
Be a front 1.5 somersault in pike position. Beautiful dive.
Very little splash, clean entry. Scores 6.5, 5.5, and 5.5. Nice
Scores-
dive.
Scores reflect a good dive.
Dominic Marcoli will be doing an inward dive, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
That was the inward dive in pike position. Not one of Dominic's hardest dives.
Judges scored 5, 6, 5.5.
But he receives pretty high scores for that, 5.5, 5, and 6.
Owen Graham
Dom's diving for the LaSalle diving team this year, so he gets some extra attention from their diving coaches.
1.5.
Oh, and Graham performing the same dive that we just saw Dominic do. Receiving basically the same scores, 5, 5.5, and a 6.5.
Evan Arno will be doing a reverse 1 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
As Evan gets ready to do his reverse with 1 somersault. Nice dive by Evan.
Judges scored 3.5, 4.5, 4.5.
3.5, 4.5, 4.5. Came up a little short on that dive.
Maria Lovato
Still a good dive.
doing a back dive, 1 somersault, straight position, degree of
That was backflip in a straight position.
Dominic Arcoli will be
She did a good
doing
job.
a forward 2.5
Here comes Dom's toughest dive of the day. Forward dive, 2.5 somersaults.
2.4 DD. You know it's a tough dive. Ooh.
Didn't hit it that well, but that high degree of difficulty is certain to help a score. He scored 3.5s on that dive.
But as you said, Rick, the degree of difficulty really helps out. Front dive with a half twist in straight position.
Looked like he fell a little off to the side on that. Didn't have that perpendicular entry into the water. Scored 4, 4, and a 2.5 on the dive.
A 2.5, I think, showed the bad entry, but
A little inconsistent with the other judges' scores.
it's all your opinion, though.
Evan Arno with the inward dive. He scores 3.5, 4, and 4.5.
Evan's been rather consistent today. In some of the earlier meets, he was a little inconsistent, getting good scores on some dives, getting bad on the other, but he's been right about the 4-point range.
Which is not great, but it's shown improvement for Evan. And in the high school season, when there's so many meets, it's hard to get some practice, and to see him improving with every meet is impressive.
I saw a beautiful half twist, receiving 2 5.5s and a 6.5.
A back dive, 1.5 somersault, tough position, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Back 1.5. He's really loading up on the dives today, Rick.
Nice form by Dom.
See what the judges think. 5, 4, 4.5. That big DD should really help him out.
A reverse dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.8.
Oh. Owen doing the reverse dive in layout position came up a little short.
Judges score 2, 2, 2.
He scores 2, 2, and 2 for the dive.
Evan Arano will be doing
Still displayed excellent diving today. Still has one more dive left.
I'm sure he's disappointed with that one. He knows he could have done better. Evan with his half twist. A little bit off to the side on the entry.
judges score 2.5, 2.5, 2.5.
They were agreed on that one. 3 2.5s.
Maria's last dive will be an inward dive, tight position, degree of difficulty.
This is the final round of diving. That was Evan's last dive. This is Maria Luvalo's last dive. She does an inward.
In pike position, we've seen a lot of that today.
5, 5, 4.5.
5, 5, 4.5. She registers on that dive. Good day of diving for her.
Dive will be a forward 1.5 somersault, tight position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
As Dom prepares for his last dive. 1.5.
Pike position went a little over.
Judges score 3.5, 5, 4.5.
3.5, 5, and 4.5.
Owen Green
Not his best day of diving, but still
Has shown a good performance this evening.
difficulty 1.6.
and the last diver. Front 1.5. Seemed like a good dive to me. Let's see what the judges think.
Judges score 5.5, 5.5, 5. And this includes diving.
5.5, 5.5, 5.
Diving's over, and now we prepare for the 100-yard butterfly. And lane 3 for East, Eric Estes. And lane 5, Greg Gooch. And lane 1, Carnell.
For West, we have Ergerd, Chalmers, and Lau. Butterfly to some seems to be the hardest stroke to perform, but to others, just comes like walking. Cherry Hill West taking first and third in the diving event. Dominic Arcaroli taking second, and Evan Arano taking fourth. So Maria really dove well today, beating Dominic Arcaroli. And we're ready for the 100 fly. 100 fly is a tough event. You have to be in very good shape to be able to handle this event. And after the first 25, really seems to be neck and neck, everyone. Ergood has first place right now, just over Estes. We have a three-way tie for first between Ergood and Chalmers from Cherry Hill West and Eric Estes in lane 3 from Cherry Hill East. So we're finishing off going into the final 25. Estes seems to have a slight lead over Ergood and Chalmers. They're stroke for stroke now. Estes has half a body length lead. It'll be Estes. Ergood and Chalmers seem to have tied for first in that event. Second place. And we see Joe Carnell finishing up in lane 1. Good job, Joe. 100 freestyle, we have for Cherry Hill East in lane 3, Dan Reichel. Lane 5, Paul Sahanchek. In lane 1, co-anchor Rick Minetti. Keep your eye on that. And for Cherry Hill West, we have Lau, Long, and Ergood.
While the 500-yard freestyle is in progress, I'm here with Bill Smith, captain of the boys swim team from East. Bill, this is your first year on the team. What made you come out for swimming at East?
Well, Rick, it was basically peer pressure. A lot of my good friends swim. They're having a lot of fun on the team. Seemed like a good opportunity for me to come out and do something good for the school and have a little fun.
Well, Bill, how did it feel to be elected captain by your peers when you're only swimming for the team for 2 or 3 weeks before the season started?
It was a real good feeling, Rick. There's a lot of good guys on this team. Have a lot of fun. I'm really glad they nominated me for captain and picked me.
And how does it feel to be captain? I mean, now the team's undefeated. They have a chance for the state championship. You're going up against St. Joe's at the end of February.
To be the captain of a state championship team would be great, Rick. That would be like the ultimate in my life so far.
All right, Bill. Bill, when you get in the water, what do you like to swim? What are your favorite events?
I really like to sprint, freestyle, the 50 and the 100, and I really like to swim butterfly too.
All right, that's all the time we have. The 500 is just about over. Thanks a lot, Bill Smith, and now we return to action. The winner was Kevin King from West in a time of 5 minutes, 9 seconds, and 52 100ths. Now the teams are preparing for the 100-yard backstroke. For East, it'll be Brad Ackerberg in lane 3, Kevin Biddle in lane 1, and Perry Wasserloff in lane 5. For West, it'll be Doug Ergood, Greg Meyer, and Riley. We're prepared for the 100 backstroke here. The main race will be between Brad Ackerberg in lane 3 from East and Doug Ergood in lane 4 for West. And we have a false start on backstroke, which is something you rarely see. Look like Ergood in lane 4. He has a reputation for false starting at backstroke. In fact, his nickname is Head Fake. As the swimmers go back to their respective lanes, prepare for the second start. And it was Ergood in lane 4, the officials tell us. And there's the start. It's Ackerberg, Ergood, and Wasserloff all out in front. And they touch, it's Ackerberg first. No, excuse me, Ergood first. This is a three-way race with Ackerberg in 3, Ergood in 4, and Wasserloff in 5. They're almost even coming into the 50. And off the turn, they're still even. Ackerberg and Ergood, followed closely by Wasserloff. All three of them swim at Jersey Wahoos. And final lap, it's Ergood with a slight lead over Ackerberg in 3 and Wasserloff in 5. Looks like Ergood take it. They're at the flags, 5 yards left. And we watch the touch. It's Ackerberg, or was it Ergood? You be the judge of that. From our vantage point, it was hard to tell. Indications are that Ackerberg won. Great race there. Now we're being rejoined by John Shallow after his 500. Nice swim, John. Sort of. This is the next to last event, the 100 breaststroke. For East, we'll have Paul Sahanchek, Cruz, and Eigenroth. For Cherry Hill West, we have Bustard, Krieger, and Ray. Trying to quiet the people before the race. And there's a false start.
False starts by lane 1, 2, and 3. All a little anxious before the race. That's Eigenrouse, a hand check, and Boot Star.
East has dominated the meet so far, and John Marion was originally supposed to swim this 100 breaststroke, but he's taken out in favor of Paul Sahanchek. John's taking a little rest today after his amazing swim in the 50 freestyle.
As we try again.
Clean start. That's Krieger, Sahanchek, and Bustard out in front.
Krieger and Sahanchek swim together at Wahoo's swimming pool.
They swim in the senior A practice, and Bustard swims in the late senior practice. Krieger has the lead. Sahanchek in second, Bustard third.
Good turn there by Sahanchek.
Really gained some ground. It's going to be close. Sahanchek and Krieger really going at it with Bustard in third.
Turn here essential. Let's see who comes out ahead. Seem to come out tied. Sahanchek has a little advantage. Krieger catching up though. About 10 meters left. Looks like it's going to be Krieger.
And it's Krieger just at the touch.
Touches out Sahanchek. Bustard comes in a close third.
Sahanchek's time was 106.04. Good time for Paul in this steamy CYO waters. That's right.
And now for the finale.
The 400 freestyle relay. Each team enters 3 relays. For East in lane 3, it'll be Frank McDonald, Goldberg, Ringer, and Leppo. In lane 5, it'll be Bill Smith, the captain of the team, Angelo Cardone, Steve Alberti, and Chris Lyerly. And in lane 1, it'll be Maurer, Ford, Harrison, and Dawdle.
And for Cherry Hill West, they only have 2 lanes filled. In lane 4, King, Lau, another Lau, and Commerce. And in lane 2, we have Meyer, Gilbridge, and Ergood.
It's Frank Can of Tomatoes McDonald on the block in lane 3. Ready to lead off for East.
I think West will really be motivated for this. Knowing they already lost the meet, just want to get back at them and just win this final event and keep it in the minds of Cherry Hill East.
They've only won 2 events this evening. They've had a tough time. It might be one of the times that their coach, Doc Kozloff, wishes he was still at East.
Well, I don't think they were really expecting to beat East. I'm sure they wanted to in their minds, but Doc Kozloff knew really that East was a strong team, but West has shown some things today. They've been one of the better teams that East has faced this year so far.
They have been. They probably have been the strongest team they faced.
In the final 25 of the first leg.
It's Joni Laux from West. She's got the lead, body length lead over Frank McDonald. And
Followed-
West is in third place.
Followed closely. And on the touch, West off first. East followed closely by lane 2 of Cherry Hill West. West really sticking it to East in this final relay. Of course, we still have 2 more people to go.
That's Rob Laux for West, really pouring it on. West now has almost a half a pool length lead over East. this point, while the free relays are going on, we'd like to thank Aaron Arno for keeping the times during the meet, and we'd like to thank East managers for providing us with the lineups for both East and West.
Without them, I don't think this would have happened.
And West has a chance to go 1-2 in the free relay.
Goldberg, a strong swimmer for Cherry Hill. He seemed to lost his goggles on that start.
Tough
Quite
break for
effective.
Goldberg. As freshman, he's shown good improvement over the season.
One of the more consistent swimmers on the team.
He showed up at most of the meets, all the practices. He's worked hard.
He's taking the lead over Cherry Hill West in lane 2 for the fight for second place. It seems Cherry Hill West has first place locked up. And Lau in his final 25, coming into touch with a lap advantage. And Goldberg taking a 4 body length lead after being behind by a half a length.
And there goes Evan Ringer in for East.
He's a good swimmer. West has a chance to catch him though. Never count him out. And Cherry Hill West in the final 50 of this race in lane 4. They'll touch up in first place. The real fight's for second now.
And it's going to be close for West.
West seems to be catching him.
Gilbride.
And coming in to touch, West takes first place.
Nice job by West Relay.
Really blew East out of the pool, and they're fighting for second place here.
It looks like West is going to go 1-2 as Evan Ringer could not hold the lead. Nice effort by the West swimmer to bring home the victory, or at least second place of the victory. West goes 1-2 in this final relay. East will take third and
Evan Ringer's
fourth.
still a good swimmer.
He put in a nice effort. As we see Bobby Ellman and Frank McDonald
And
cheering
Bill
on their
Smith, the
teams.
captain, touches in for 4th place. Good job, Bill.
As we're waiting up for the last swimmers from East to finish, we'd like to say thanks to our production staff and Mr. Hampson for helping us out. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. And our final score from the CYO is 91 for East, 72 for West. Great meet. So for John Shallows, this is Rick Manetti signing off. Good night. Great meet.